Me.
Y'all already know. If y'all want to see me multiple times a week is a problem. All right? Let's go. Eloquently petty, articulate ass poetry. My name is Marcus. This is the Keep It 100 channel, uppity Negro swag and all that shit that I say at the top of the show. Y'all already know what it is. It's a Thursday, the day after Wednesday. I was just in this motherfucker and now I'm back. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all see me more than once a week. It's an issue. It's an issue. Y'all hear me loud and clear, right? Right? Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Now, shout niggas out. We get all this shit past the beginning. We ain't got time, all right? So, shout out to my nigga, the Revelator. What's going on? The Black thing, right? Trust, how you doing? How you doing, Trust? My man Old Soul Chief is in the building. What's poppin', man? All right. I was gonna do a Patreon, man. Y'all niggas gotta show up. I know you show up all the time. Motherfuckers gotta show up to the Patreon stream. Shout out to Greg. All right. I heard that shit yesterday, man. Who heard Kevin's shit yesterday, man? Look, man, I got off the internet yesterday. I turned off my computer and I turned on my tablet. Kev wanted me up yesterday. I was like, all right, cool. He shot me the link. And I had planned to be on that panel last night. I planned to be on that panel. And then I fell the fuck out. Okay? I fell the fuck out. That shit was supposed to go a different way. That shit was supposed to go a different way, y'all. Okay? Now, due to the fact that one of my wrench niggas then murdered Gababe in this motherfucker, right? And I've gone to the old streams to look for him, to dig his body up out the grave, out of the, you know, out of his band blocked hole in the ground. I'll find him. I'll dig him up like Jason. Until then, I'm Gababe-less. Because me and him never really got the real face-to-face like interaction that I was trying to have when these microphones were acting up. Anyway, at any rate, shout out to Kev. He'll be here. Kev will be here. We were supposed to have a conversation yesterday about the whole Maggie shit. And the conversation that we didn't have yesterday, we'll have today. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I'll probably be reacting to some of that shit from yesterday. But I heard a lot of stupid shit said on that stream. I heard a lot of stupid shit said on that stream. So I'm going to address all of those things. But y'all already know my stance on Maggie. And I'm going to say this, right? My opinion on Maggie is she is here to give information. Just like your PhDs is here to give information, right? Just like every other, expert, academic is here to give information. Just like BGS is here to give information when he does his research. Just like I'm here to give information that I either research or I'll give you information based on my experiences with the females or any other thing that I have experiences with, like, investing money, shit like that. My thing is this, yo. Niggas is making that into some other shit. They making that into some other shit that ain't got nothing to do with a woman coming to give niggas information. And my position is, who are these niggas? Who are these niggas? Somebody tell me who these niggas are. Who are these niggas that are telling us who we should, Now, mind you, I want to start early by saying this, right? Because I said this when Pearl got here. I'm not mad at the side eye. I'm not mad at the side eye at all. I feel like in this black male space, it is reasonable to give anybody the side eye. But let's make it make sense, right? Give everybody the side eye. Niggas and women of all fucking races, right? Because at the end of the day, what we speak on here is counterculture. And a lot of people, they have this, the current narrative in the culture is the black woman is God, women are great. And everything that we say here makes us bad people. There is a slave morality being taught into black men that makes them feel as though anybody speaking about women or black women is a heretic, is blasphemous, because the black woman is God. Right? So if you're going to say, well, who's the mysterious white woman? Well, let's look who's asking. Because if you think about it, the first time the question came up was from a black chick. A black woman who frequents this space a lot, and her agenda is obvious, right? Now, so while we're over here trying to question whether the mysterious white woman has our best intentions at heart, here it is, a woman who is blatantly telling us, right, or blatantly showing us that she doesn't have our best interests. She's here to cause disruption, derailment, deflections, and things of this nature. Right? But she's the one that brings up the question, well, who's the mysterious white woman? Well, who are you? And what is your reason for being here? And is it positive? See, niggas, whether you want to admit it or not, niggas are so deeply trained, right? To the point where you got a bunch of niggas looking at each other, pointing at each other like Spider-Man. Who's that? Who? And the black woman is over here having caused this confusion, giggling her ass off. We have people here who are obvious agents of chaos. Obvious agents of chaos. And they're questioning the person who could be giving us information that's beneficial. Right? So who are these people that are asking these questions? Because while you vet the people with the information, vet the motherfuckers who question it. Vet them. There's a lot of motherfuckers in here causing straight disruption. And not only that, as I've said before, you got people who are respected leaders of this motherfucker who allow it. They'll tell you, well, I can run my channel the way I want. Well, that may be a fact. But you can't run this fucking space like you run your channel. And if niggas are going to allow that, then it doesn't matter who the mysterious white woman is. It doesn't matter. Because if you can let agents in that look like you while questioning the person who doesn't look like you, right? Because they're the agent, right? They're the agent. The agent that doesn't look like you, and shout out to my man Hicks, because he's in the building and he'll be up here soon. The agent that doesn't look like you is as good as Black Bond. Remember they wanted Idris Elba to play James Bond? I was like, Idris Elba can't play James Bond. He can't. Because James Bond is a spy. Can you imagine a black man in Czechoslovakia trying to blend in? Like, which one of these people? Imagine him at the Spectre meeting, right? Everybody's European. He the only nigga there. I think we know who the spy is. Yeah, you know, the 6 foot plus fucking black guy, right? You can't blend in. So you're telling me that the agent that they sent is an obvious white person? I mean, shit. Y'all see Judas and the Black Messiah? They don't send a motherfucker that's obvious. Oh, the undercover cop is the guy who looks like a cop. Are we this fucking simple? No, that's how niggas do. Nigga movements are on Front Street. Nigga movements, we hold signs saying we shall overcome, no justice, no peace. Niggas want to let you know what their agenda is. They get on the microphones. They say what it is. Yo, we trying to do this and that. Everybody else practices the art of war. You think they're going to send, the agent is going to be this white person, right? No, it's not that simple. Are y'all this fucking slow? No, it's not. That's not even the history of it. Oh, they're going to send a white woman. So you telling me this, right? The agent, right, is a white woman, right, who cams up, gets on camera, uses her real name that you can look up, right? That's the agent, right? As opposed to these mysterious niggas that hide behind avatars and use, screen names, shit like that, right? Them ain't the agents. The agent is the one you can look up, right? No code name, no nothing. Where you could pull her shit up, see what her resume is and all that. That's the agent. Not the motherfucker with the 2 lightsabers. Really? Are we this fucking simple? Don't trust them new niggas over there. Who are these niggas? See, my mic just went mute. I might have to switch mics. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. Are y'all fucking kidding me? Are y'all kidding me? This is how simple niggas is? Y'all think that is that straightforward? That like these espionage tactics that these people that run the world? And this is just the first problem that I'm listening to, right? Shout out to Kobe. Said Donald Glover went undercover on Mr. and Mrs. Smith as a waiter because he would draw too much attention with a handful of successful black men in the room. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Y'all better think, man. That shit don't make no goddamn sense. She's the agent, the person you can see on camera. Her name. You know, not these other motherfuckers. You know, what is the A in gay, bae? Get the fuck out of here, man. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me switch mics, man. I don't want this shit going mute on me. All right. Hopefully I sound a little better. Hopefully I sound as good. Right? But yeah, man, I'm saying, this is the agent. Y'all niggas better watch out. But somebody tell me, right? Somebody tell me, what makes y'all think, right? What makes y'all think that the people asking these questions with their history in this space give a fuck? These are trolls asking these questions. So while we're here talking about, you know, the background and this and that, these are trolls asking these questions. The people who've been here, the people whose agenda we know. We know the agenda of a gay babe. We know the agenda of some of these women that come here and talk this shit. We know their agenda. And they're the ones acting like, you know why they can do that? Because y'all, the pro-blackness of some of y'all in here is still apparent to the point where y'all think because a motherfucker has brown skin, he's your friend. Or we all need to come together. No. Ideology separates niggas, man. People are separated everywhere, and they have the same fucking. I don't know what it is about black people that we think because motherfuckers are brown skin, we should be unified. Africa ain't unified. Asia ain't unified. Europe ain't unified. No motherfucking body nowhere is unified. Fucking Russia's attacking Ukraine. Those are white people. They ain't unified. But why do we have to attack people that look like us? Oh, because a nigga black, he your homie. These niggas out here banging for Republicans and they look like you. And they're telling you this, that, and the other. Who are them niggas over there? Who are they? And what are their intentions? These motherfuckers ain't even sneaky about what they're doing here. They're outright about it. Niggas will say, I'm trolling. And these are the motherfuckers bringing this shit to question. The funny thing about it is this. The same motherfuckers that are questioning Maggie on some pro-black shit today will be cooning tomorrow. They'll tell you your black ass ain't shit, and you weak, and you this and you that, right? But today it's about, oh, we don't know the agenda of the mysterious white woman. The fuck is going on here, man? Yo, we falling for the okey doke in this motherfucker? The other part of it is we got a black woman in here. May I see you? Don't think I don't see you in this motherfucker. We got a black woman in here who's begging these questions, right? And the white woman, right? With the credentials and the you know the information that motherfuckers might be able to find useful. Tell me what information can I go to this black woman's channel and find useful for the conversations that we have here? Because we talking about who's wrenched up and who's not. BGS says May has a wrench on this channel. May says she doesn't. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Now, as you can see, let me point at it right down here somewhere, right? You see that? See that right there? It says SYSBM, right? What the fuck happened to SYSBM? What happened to Save Yourself Black Man? Did I get lost in the Jason Black shit? Is this the Umar area? Y'all niggas pick when y'all want to be black first and then SYSBM. Shout out to Revelator, the watcher. What's good, bro? He said, I believe it's time for all the content creators within the Black manosphere to be on one accord with the core mission. We need to identify the agents and enablers and separate them from them once and for all. Revelator, shout out to you. It's not going to happen. You know why? Because some of them niggas we don't want to get rid of. You know why? Because, ooh, they so respected. Ooh, we love these niggas. See, we want to get rid of the niggas who don't matter, the niggas who ain't got that many followers, the niggas who ain't got that much influence. But understand, if this was the mob, the Don would have to go. Yeah. If this was the mob, the Don would have to go. And y'all don't want to get rid of the Don. What happens when the nigga who's running, the nigga at the top of the shit is an agent? What happens then? I'm just asking. These are the questions nobody wants to say because, you know, it's easy to say, well, let Marcus say that shit. Let him say that shit. I don't want to say that shit. Nobody wants to stand next to the nigga that's saying this shit. It's easy to say, yo, look, you know what? These new niggas and this one, let's get rid of these obvious agents. But what about the motherfucking niggas that's inside who are not aligned with the core message? And they're telling you that the core message is whatever they want it to be. They'll tell you nobody existed before them, before they got here. They'll also tell you that their mission is the mission. And everybody just go, yeah, that's right. And as soon as somebody says something different, then those people are ousted, and then you still have the issue. Who's allowing these trolls and these people into the space? Who's allowing it? Who's giving them power? Who's wrenching them up? Who's making them moderators? This is supposed to be the men's space, right? Let me get my motherfucking notes from yesterday, right? This is supposed to be the men's space where men can say whatever the fuck they want, right? Allegedly. Niggas still bowing down to Keisha. You let the black women in. You change your speech, your approach, your tone. Your fucking energy changes as soon as these chicks is on the panel. Because you don't want to be, you know, Albert Johnson, Mr. from The Color Purple. That's not who you want to be, right? But you give all your fire and brimstone to the black men in the black male space. You give all your fire and brimstone to them. May, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about Marcus. I ain't talking about you, May. I'm talking about Marcus. Keep it 100. Yeah, but she's the one who questioned the mysterious white woman. So address her. Don't address me. I didn't say it. Don't address Kevin. Address her. She's the one that brought it up first. But nobody wants to do that. Why? Because that same simp chip, Winter Soldier chip that you talk about, nigga, your arm looking kind of Colossus in this motherfucker. Your leaders in the red pill black male space can't be the same niggas bowing down to the same woman that we're in here trying to discuss, examine, critique, and shit like that. It can't be so. But nobody wants to say this. I ain't gonna name no names, but I had several discussions with niggas in this space, and every time I say this shit, niggas be like, nope, nope, I don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So if you don't want to do that, then you can't talk about no progress. You can't. Because that's why we are here. That's like, in the words of Adrian Hicks on that BGS platform, he said, that's how we got here in the first place. That's how we got here in the first place. Who's this? Revelator again. He said, we already know 2 of these agents already. Well, just understand, some of these niggas are niggas you love. Some of these niggas are niggas you love. I see you, Rob. So now Kev got up on his shit yesterday. Kev, I hope you here, because I'm going to be, throwing you the link. Kev got up on his channel yesterday, and he did a smoke show. Well, it wasn't a smoke show. But his shit was entitled, Are White Women Better Spokespeople Than Black Men? Are white women better spokespersons than black men? I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think there's anything about Maggie that purported her to be a spokesperson. Niggas are getting Pearl vibes from Maggie, and the only reason that's happening is because BGS is making videos talking about he's co-signing Pearl. I mean, pardon me. See? Fucked up. Mind you, this might happen several times during this stream. BGS has branded Maggie as one of his people. It's been said before by me. It was said by Leon 008 in the other stream, and I'm going to say it tonight. BGS did not bring Maggie here. Maggie don't got shit fuck to do with BGS. There is no video that Maggie has on her channel where she says BGS in rapid succession, other than maybe to shout him out in the chat if he's there. You know what I'm saying? There is an origin story to this. Some of it Adrian has already addressed. But BGS did not bring Maggie to YouTube. He did not bring her to the manosphere, the black manosphere. He has nothing to do with her. And I don't think that's been emphasized by other people, so I'm going to keep saying it. He has fucking nothing to do with Maggie Thompson. He'll make a video after this saying, well, because, I get to do this and that and endorse this person. Nobody asked this nigga's permission to do shit. What the fuck is going on here, man? His permission? God damn it. His permission? Excuse me, Mr. BGS. Can I have permission to talk to those men over there, please? Okay. All right. Okay, you have permission. This is what happened? Y'all niggas believe this? What the fuck, man? Is this nigga a mystic or something? Like, yo, this nigga plays his character very fucking well. BGS, I gotta give it to you. You play that mystic shit, with the long cape in the hood shit. Yo, you play it very well. He gave her permission. She asked him for permission. It reminds me of that scene in Casino with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro in the desert. Permission? Permission? Who the fuck asked for permission? Why the fuck would they go to him to ask for permission to make videos to us? Who would ask BGS? Like, yo, y'all niggas think BGS is the space. And for everybody talking about, yo, we got to get rid of the people that are not aligned with the message. Nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, y'all. Y'all will come at me first. Marcus, you starting shit again. Oh, you're the problem. But y'all, look. Y'all want the baby without the labor pains, man. That's what y'all want. Y'all want the result without the process, man. Y'all don't want to acknowledge certain problem individuals, certain agents. You know, it's crazy. Tito's been saying all that all this time. Agent, agent, agent. I'm like, agent. First thing I'm thinking of is like, you know, secret agent man or plant or somebody that's sent and he's hired by an agency. And no, that's not necessarily what an agent is. If any, like Revelator said, if anybody's not going with the core message or the agenda here, and this back and forth that even me and BGS have been having for the past year, I've said, yo, the mission of the space is not to negotiate with bitches or any of that shit. Niggas will be in the chat agreeing with me, but then go to, ooh, BGS was right. BGS was right. BGS was right. He's right. Oh my God, he's right. And now you have Kevin, and shout out to you, Kevin, but you drag a woman who was brought here by a black man on the behalf of a man who propped up a white woman who wasn't brought up here by nobody here, didn't associate with anyone here. You never seen her on any of the panels. You never seen her in anybody's chat. She wasn't credentialed to help niggas in any fucking way. She wasn't connected to nothing political, nothing legal. She's just a goofy white bitch talking about bitches' body counts, who's dating who, etc., etc. None of that shit that has anything to do with the realities of black men in America. That is general manosphere bullshit. And they said, well, she's black manosphere because she hung around Kevin and she got some talking points from Kevin. That shit don't mean a goddamn thing, man. And he propped her up as the motherfucking Messiah. And when she didn't deliver, niggas was mad. They got their feelings hurt. So the next white woman you see is like, uh-oh. Now, 4 or 5 months ago, I made a video promoting Maggie. Right? BGS wasn't talking about no fucking Maggie Thompson in this time period. He wasn't. All of a sudden, because in the first video, he said, well, before Maggie put anything up, she came to me. Now he's saying, well, she been up for a couple of years and put the two side by side. Y'all want me to do it in a short? Because he said one thing and then he said another thing. Don't make me do it because understand, when I say nigga said shit, I can pull it. Anyway, shout out to Greg Scotland. We sure know the agenda of suspects such as Courtney, Six, and Sister George. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at niggas for giving any female that comes in here side eye. Right? But understand, it's like, okay, now shout out to Sister George. Me and Sister George, cool. But I made a video coming at Sister George when Pearl initially came on the scene. I said, yo, because she's like, oh, y'all using Pearl against black women. Understand that the kryptonite for black women is a white woman in any sort of allegiance with us. That's why they hate the fucking Kardashians. They hate the Kardashians. Oh, these bitches, all these black women, oh, they hate the Kardashians because they some white women with the fat asses that niggas like. Anybody that's coming to maybe give us joy, give us relief, give us understanding. All black women hate they ass. Don't be anything that ain't black that possibly might give black men some happiness, some joy. Oh, they hate your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Leave this nigga. We are in charge of this nigga's joy. We are in charge of his happiness. That nigga can't get no happiness. Them niggas too goddamn happy. We are in charge. Get out of here, white woman. We are in charge of this nigga's mentals and his physicals and everything else. Black women think they own niggas. They think they own niggas. Anybody standing too close to a black man that stands to give this nigga some happiness, some freedom, some anything is a problem. It's a fucking problem. Shout out to Vegas Dad. So just understand, yo, that if you saying that you want to see this shit change, understand that shit started at the fucking top, yo. Don't think you gonna get rid of a little new niggas that oh, it's easy to get. No, that shit starts at the fucking top, man. All of these issues, niggas getting shot at, niggas getting attacked, niggas getting videos made about them. All this wild shit comes from one direction. And content creators understand where I'm coming from. A lot of content creators already know that a lot of the shit that we were dealing with niggas coming at us and shit like that was guilty by association. Guilty by fucking association. So Kev did a video. Let's get into it. Kev did a video basically going at Maggie and questioning her credibility based on the fact that, on my phone, based on the fact that she has a wrench on BGS's channel and he doesn't. Now, I feel two ways about this. Kev, Kev will respond to this when he comes up. I feel two ways about this. Number one, let's start here. Is it a valid issue? Absolutely. Now, BGS says, oh, the wrench ain't about nothing but, it's about to promote your shit and whatever. And if you're a content creator, well, Kev is a content creator. How you going to address Kev in a video to tell him why he don't got a wrench and she does, and you give him a qualification that he meets? This shit don't make sense to me, man. The nigga said, well, you got to be a content creator. Last time I remember, Black Men Being Brutally Honest is a Black Manosphere fucking channel that streams regularly. BGS is a regular on that motherfucker. He's a regular. BGS is always on Kev shit. He's probably been on Kev shit more times than he's been here, especially recently. BGS ain't been here in a while. But how the fuck your criteria that you giving to say that he ain't qualified, he qualified? What that means is it's something else. You feel some other way about this dude. You never gave him a wrench? Never? You promoted his channel like you promoted mine. He ain't got no wrench. Why? BGS still has a wrench here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Still got a wrench here. The niggas I got issues with, if I gave you a wrench, you still got a wrench. It ain't too many people that I de-wrenched, if there's any at all. What I'm saying is, Kevin has a valid gripe. But at the same time, if you got a gripe with BGS, make a BGS video. Make a BGS video. You can't attack the person, right? It's like you shooting through Maggie to get to BGS. You made a video about Maggie going through her whole shit, questioning who she is. The agent that she's a secret agent, that you were able to find her information and pull up her practice and all of these things to question if she is not only valuable, but if she's eligible or if she should be someone who speaks to us. And this would not have happened if you had a wrench on BGS's channel. So your issue is not with Maggie, it's with BGS. Everybody's catching strays out this motherfucker. And it's only because homeboy aligned himself with this woman, and we have yet to hear her say, yup, BGS brought me here. Yup, I asked him permission. Yup. We've yet to hear her say in any form or fashion that what his account of her origin story or how she come to be part of this collective, right, is factual in any way. Now, and that's the Bill Cosby. Now, I happen to know a little bit more information than he probably thinks I know. Because the guy who brought her here is my man's. He's in the chat. It's my man's. There's no origin story past that one. Now, if y'all, revere this man the way that I know you do, you'll take those facts and you'll ball them up and you'll throw them in the trash. I want to address a few fallacies that were brought up on this stream that I listened to yesterday. Number one, nobody claimed that Maggie would be psychoanalyzing anybody or that she would be treating anybody. There's no promotion of her services to black men, right? She didn't put a number on the screen like she's about to counsel anyone. She didn't offer any of that. It wasn't purported that she would. What Adrian said more than once is she's here to demystify some of the terms. Now, for fans of the Green Gorilla channel, who you go there and you hear words like cancelize and prophesize and, we got to collectivize, right? She's here to demystify shit like that. Well, what Gigi meant to say was she's here to demystify some of the academic and clinical and shit, the language. Now, Willie, I like you, Willie. I like you, Willie, but you got to have vision. She's here to help us with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Collectivize and cancelization and shit like that. She's here to say, okay, let me break the Green Gorilla down in layman's terms, since he's not a layman, right? The other thing, because she helps homeless black men and this and that. Mind you, Tia Johnson is over there talking about black male homelessness all the time. It is a topic in the fucking space. It's relevant. And are homeless black men not black men? So their only issue that could be addressed is their homelessness, not their blackness or their maleness, right? Gababe? Y'all let this goofy nigga, Gababe, get on this fucking microphone talking about, because she helps black men who are homeless. So what qualifies her to help? They're black men, you fucking retard. You're a retard. This nigga go back to the cybersecurity shit, bro. Your presence is needed over there. You're here to disrupt. You're here to derail. You're here to troll, nigga. That's what you're here for. That is your function. Your function should also be heating up them bottles, nigga. Go heat up them bottles, nigga. Let us handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got it. Trust me, we got it. Because I'm trying to understand how a woman who helps homeless black men can help men in the black manosphere. Well, let's start with they're fucking black men. They're black men. So you think, what do you think were the circumstances that caused their fucking homelessness, you clown? Huh? Y'all let this nigga tell y'all who to listen to. This nigga here. Well, how is it? You know what I'm saying? This nigga got a one piece on the top of his fucking mouth, and he's the nigga that's telling you who you should listen to. What does homelessness got to do with black men? Right? The statistic, you clown. There's a reason why the black men are the highest, the number one homeless motherfucker in America. And she works directly. This is outside of anything we talk about. This is what she does. And this is her fucking occupation. So you think that these black men that she's helping don't have issues that they're relating to her involving their blackness outside of their homelessness? That shit is easy. You asked a question, you clown, that you wouldn't let nobody answer. And niggas was trying to respond to you, but you don't shut the fuck up. That's why I had to mute your mic when you was on here talking to Tice. Because you don't have conversation. You argue like a bitch. You ask questions, you answer it yourself, then ask another one. That's what hoes do, nigga. You's a hoe nigga. Just understand this, Gababe. You can't roast me. I'm trying to tell you, don't try to out roast me. So yeah, I'm talking shit. Next on the list. Said, oh, okay. This is something that I think it wasn't PK. I forgot who on the panel said this, right? I'm trying to remember, but it was valid. But I'm gonna tell you my issue with it. Said black men wanted to voice their opinions around white people. Something to the effect of he had some situation where they brought white people in, and what he was worried about is black people having a safe space to speak their black experience, but having, to kind of like soften the blow for the white folks present, right? So, you want to give black people the safe space. See, what I can't stand about niggas sometimes is when you put shit in a racial context, they get it immediately. But as soon as you put it in a gender context, these niggas are because they fucking worship black bitches. You worship black women. So you motherfuckers are concerned, and this is no disrespect to the guy who said this. I'm not attacking you. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not attacking you. So if a video comes out, he tried to attack such and such, or he's attacking me, then we'll have an issue then. But I'm not attacking you. But understand this. In this space, this is the black male space that we're more concerned about, having a safe space for us to talk, our voice our concerns around the white woman. But then we change and we code switch when the black women get here. Y'all niggas code switch for the black women. Now, check this out. The Keep It 100 channel. Hey, look, the black women who fuck with me, who fuck with my channel, know who they are, right? And they need to take my shit like they listen to Snoop Doggy Dogg. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. But he ain't talking about me. He ain't talking about me. Oh, that motherfucker, he ain't talking about me. He ain't talking about me. That's the approach you need to take. Because I'm going to say bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches. Slap her with a dick. Slap her with a dick. I ain't softening no blows for nothing. This is a black male space. We talk like we in a locker room. You want to come in the locker room, you're going to see, pause, some dick swinging. And that's how we do here in the locker room. You're going to see some shit. You're going to hear some shit. You walk up in the locker room. You walk up in the barbershop. Okay? I'm sure Maggie understands that because she talks to black men. What qualified Pearl? She hired some niggas. She gave some niggas jobs. She owned them niggas. Well, sign here, and here, and here, and here, and this percentage of your YouTube revenue goes to me. And you know what some of these niggas did? Why y'all hating on Pearl? Why y'all hating on Pearl? That's what some of these niggas were saying. She's just running a business. You mean like Calvin Candy was running a business? These are your manosphere leaders saying this shit. And if you want the clip, I'll pull it up. Don't call me a liar. Gigi talking about, oh, y'all clutching y'all pearls over pearls. Why y'all hating, man? Y'all niggas is haters. The Pan-Africans. This is what they talking about. This is what the Pan-Africans are saying. GG, BGS, the Pan-Africans. Why y'all hating on the white woman for white womaning? What? What are we doing over here, man? And then y'all will be like, Marcus, you're causing a disturbance in the space. Nigga, what? What? I'm the issue? Kev, you didn't have to go that. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me go through this list. I want to talk to Kev. I want to talk to Kev. At Kev. I want to talk to Kev. So let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. You know, I'm just saying that if you're worried about what you can and can't say in front of white people, have that same energy with these black women. These black women ain't your mama, they ain't your sister, they ain't your auntie. Right? If you want a safe space, throw everybody out. Throw everybody out. If that's the concern, throw out the white women, throw out the black bitches, throw out the black people from other places other than America. Throw out everybody. Because if we're going to say, yo, black American men have to be able to speak freely, you know, uncut, no chaser, like Gigi like to say, right? Then everybody got to get the fuck out the room. Everybody got to get the fuck out of here if that's what you want to say. That means Gababe got to get the fuck out of here, and so does the rest of his fucking cronies. All them niggas got to go. Everybody got to go. Black woman, you got to go. Get the fuck out of here. So her site was brought up in the LGBT. So while I do understand the concern there, I do. It doesn't disqualify someone. It doesn't. That would be fallacious to say that because she's worked with LGBT, that she's disqualified from working with black men if she has the expertise and she has helped some black men. Now, I do understand the correlation, and I do understand why people would be concerned there because of the history, you know, especially with the BLM shit and all that shit. I do. Trust me. But one thing doesn't equal the other. You have to look at the whole picture of someone. I'm just curious how we call the question this person when there are obvious trolls, obvious detractors here that we give a platform, right? So, okay, I already addressed this one. Maggie has not to this day associated herself with BGS. She has not expressed that there is a connection or an association with BGS. Y'all are going based on what he say. So when Gababe come in here, he say, well, you know, because she was co-signed by BGS, and Adrian says, well, the origin story is bullshit, and Gababe says it doesn't matter. Of course it matters, you fucking idiot. Of course it matters. Because what BGS is implying in his cosign is that she came to him and asked for permission, right? The other reason why it matters is because the BGS Association gives niggas vibes of Pearl Davis. BGS's association with Maggie helps BGS more than it helps Maggie. Let's keep it real. Because we know y'all lost, y'all bet it all on fucking Pearl. Y'all pushed all y'all chips over the table. And when y'all lost, this nigga got to give y'all something new. I told him. I said, yo, if she don't do what you say she gonna do, if that shit go left, you gotta wear it. He said, okay. Because he thought it was gonna be something else. It ain't go the way you thought it was gonna go, huh, sir? It didn't go that way. It went the other way. Y'all niggas wanted to be one way. But it's the other way. It definitely is. Right? Addressing PK. PK, when he spoke on kosher clinician, right? Because everybody was like, why we don't go to the kosher clinician? Right? PK made a very good point. He said, it's not the same brand of psychology. It's not the same brand. He said what they do is very different. Shout out to you, PK. I see you. He said what they do is very different. That's fucking valid. It's valid. The eye doctor and the foot doctor are both doctors. Are you going to the foot doctor to help you with your eyesight, motherfucker? Not only that, the idea that because someone's black is the only qualifier, or that because they're not is a disqualifier, is a fail. That much is obvious just by this space. It's a lot of unqualified niggas in here. Niggas who are obvious agents of this space or against this space. And they black is a motherfucker. I would go as far as to say that the people who want the best outcomes from the black manosphere are the most hated, most shot at motherfuckers here. The people here with honest and true intentions get no fucking love. And the fucking posers that sell you all this bullshit, all this feel-good shit, are the niggas you embrace. Which makes you as bad as the bitches we talk about. Because if you don't want to hear no real shit, if you don't want to hear nothing real, you just want to be told some feel-good shit, you want to be told who did it to you, all of that shit, right? If that's all you want to hear, nobody can tell niggas what to do to get them out their situation, what they should do. We can't tell you, leave these fucking bitches alone. Fuck with those bitches who will have you. We can't do none of that without hate. These old niggas will tell you, yo, you want a kid that looks like you. Yo, they trying to breed you out, eliminate you, genetic annihilation. These niggas don't know shit about genetics if you think black people can be bred out genetically. Then you got motherfuckers, and yo, I'm a ruffle some feathers with this one. But again, I'm not here for feelings. I'm not here for feelings. I'm here with the real shit. You got some motherfuckers, and I'm putting it out. I'm gonna say some. So if you walk away with your feelings hurt, you wanted your feelings hurt, nigga. You got motherfuckers from other places getting into this conversation. And it has nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with you. You're not even tied to the thing we're talking about. Your black skin is not the only qualifier, nigga. It doesn't end there. So if we're going to talk about a white woman who can't possibly relate, right? Well, what can you relate to? What can you relate to with our shit? Shit. Tyreek just put out the fucking microphone check shit. Niggas mad. Why? Because they want to lay claim to some shit. And I ain't about to make the conversation about that, but that's part of it. If we're going to eliminate everybody who can't relate, well then, nigga, the door's over there. Everybody get the fuck out. If you're not the Black American male, then yeah, you might got some issues being black with some white men, but you know what? You know what that's connected to? Holla at your colonizer. Holla at your colonizer. If this is about who can relate to what, you can't relate to a lot of the shit we talking about. That's why you got your channels where y'all sit and y'all circle jerk each other off talking about Black Americans. Some of you. Some of you. You'll only get disclaimers one time in this video. And if you feel a way about me bringing it up, then you part of the problem. Fuck you. Then you part of the problem. Fuck you. We got real shit happening out here as evidenced by the shit we're talking about and by the concerns that we have. We don't got time to fucking stroke feelings. We don't. You telling us who should we be concerned about? Nigga, you on the list too. It's time to bring Kev up. Where Kev at? Kev, you in here? Where's Kev at? Kev, if you in here, let me know. I'm gonna hit you on Facebook. If I can't find Kev, I'm gonna bring up Adrian. Adrian, I'm gonna shoot you the link. Black men being brutally honest. Are you in the building? So you know what? I'm gonna post the link here. If your name is not Adrian Hicks, do not hit that link, or I'm gonna just drop your ass. Okay, Kev. So let me get Kev first. Adrian, stand by. Let me get Kev first. Kev, the link's right there. So Kev is here. Oh, he cammed up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's good, Marcus?
What's going on, bro?
Man, I've been about 30 minutes, man. I've been commenting. Can you see my comments in the StreamYard?
Nah, bro, I've been, I'm ranting.
Yeah, I get you, man. I do that too.
I'm ranting, man. If I sometimes, man, when you start reading shit, that shit'll knock you off your square.
Yeah, I get that completely, man. So I have to go back and read some of the comments myself, but shout out to the chat, bro.
So this is what I want to address, man. Like,
word.
You've heard what I said so far.
Yeah, I have.
Right now, let's start off first and foremost. I fuck with you. We kick it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We kick it. This ain't the green gorilla shit. We kick it. And if there's an issue, I hit you or you hit me direct. That's how this works. That's how it's supposed to work when you're a real nigga, right?
Yeah, and I also let you know that I'm not gonna crash out if you have any kind of pushback, because we have that respect between each other as well. So I mean, it's all good with me. But shoot, what you got?
Right. So I've been having this shit play out the computer speakers the whole time and not my headphones. But anyway, so this is my point of view, and then I want this to kind of like be a back and forth. This is the kind of like issue that I listened to the stream. I was supposed to jump on, I fell the fuck to sleep, but I feel like this. A few things. It was kind of a bad look, right? In my opinion, that okay, your issue not having a wrench, which is a valid position, is valid with the work put in and your alignment and your association. You caught strays for BGS.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, you've caught strays. I have a link on his. Or I have or had or whatever a wrench on his channel, right?
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
like, well, shit, nigga, like what's good, like, and you know his response that the wrench don't really mean nothing but them two things is bullshit. Even though one of those things you actually fit the criteria for. So I just didn't understand that that response to that reply, like, oh, you got to be a content creator, as if you don't meet that criteria. What I'm saying is your issue should have been directed at him
mm,
for the most part. I think that too much time was spent going at Maggie, who, to be honest, again, was brought here by someone we know. He's not a mysterious person. He's somebody who we know who he is,
yeah,
to give us information, not coddle niggas, not represent or advocate. There was never uh a selling of Maggie as some sort of advocate or representative or messiah. That was Pearl Davis and that was BGS. And I
yeah,
think that there's too much conflation between Pearl and Maggie happening because the wounds of Pearl are still fresh on niggas,
mm.
right? Like, just keep it real.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
wound,
Niggas don't let nothing go easy. So I get
right?
you on that.
So the fact that that BGS is saying who I co-sign Maggie is giving niggas Pearl vibes. So then
I
they're looking
agree.
at Maggie like she's the new Pearl. And you know, this nigga's Don, he's on his Don King shit, right? He's
Yeah,
on his Don King shit.
uh,
He stepped over Pearl, dead body, to now take Maggie's hand and raise it up in the air like she's the new champion and shit.
mm,
Like she signed the Don King Productions and shit. And so
uh,
niggas is like, uh-oh, here we go again. Let's look into this mysterious
well,
white woman who's she's not really that mysterious. You can look up shit and find out who she is. That's not how agents roll. Agents are niggas who like you're on camera yesterday. What I thought was very important that at the top of your screen you said, well, I'm on camera, I'm a black man, and you can see that. I thought that was very important because most niggas here don't do that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot of them. Let's go ahead and just to be fair, they do that to keep their anonymity because people's feelings are hurt so bad. They start doxing, want to call people jobs, and I mean like if you have a problem with what someone says, like people need to be mature enough to keep it up here. That's just to be fair. But yeah, once you go down that down that road, then you're gonna have people that come in here and fake it. So there are a bunch of people that are faking it that should not be here. I do agree with that. Now,
But
let me go ahead and give you some clarity real quick.
right, okay,
The
I'm gonna let you
the
rock.
okay, so the thing is about the whole thing with BGS is, BGS. Well, he's been to my channel more than like a few times, so you did point that out.
Yeah,
But he
absolutely.
hadn't been there lately, and
Right.
I'm getting this confirmed and double confirmed that he made a. I mean, he did a live one night that he was saying that he's not going to go to certain people's channels anymore. I guess he didn't feel
Right.
the protection or the what people call elder status. And my thing is like any grown man should be able to handle themselves. Like, I mean, if you're looking for protection from another man, then maybe he did the right thing. But if you're gonna have a problem with me, say my damn name. That's all there is to it. I mean, I know how to say your name. I know how to, I don't go around and say certain content creators. Oh no, say who you're talking about because I got people coming back to me saying, "Hey, Kev, I think he did this and everything." And that the about Maggie Thompson that I reacted to. Let's get last night straight. Last night was a reaction show. I reacted to two videos.
Mhm.
The first one was BGS about Maggie Thompson because I knew it was about that comment that the comment I made toward the end of the smoke show live stream, and I reacted to her making the case for black masculinity, which directly affects the both of us. So I wanted to see what it was about. Now, I heard you said that I was kind of shooting through Maggie to get to BGS. I somehow I gave that idea. So uh, and also, it was the suggestion that I believe that the Black Manosphere should be a safe space for black men. Let me go and
No, no,
clarify
that was
that.
no. I don't think that was you that said that.
No.
That was someone else that
Mm,
said that on your panel. They said that they were doing some political work where they were worried about white people in
yeah,
the situation because then black people won't have a safe space to voice whatever they're going through. And I said that's the same thing that applies here if you're going to talk about white women, but it applies more with black women. We talk
Yeah,
about black.
absolutely.
Right. We talk more about black women here than white women, but we let black women in. And then what we do is, and we've seen this done many times, is we tell men to watch their mouths because these chicks is present. So we have to alter our speech and shit like that because we have to not trigger. Like you got, from what I understand, black women who got wrenches on niggas channels
Mm,
blocking or timing out niggas for saying shit that hurt their sensibilities in
yeah.
this black male space that's supposed to be a safe space for black men to say what the fuck they want. That is contrary to the purpose of a black male space.
Mm.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I
But this
yeah.
but this is one of the leaders that is doing this.
Mm.
But if you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
something about it, see, my issues with BGS are direct. It's not about nobody else or whatever the case may be. It's about, I
Mm.
mean, the last stream I did was in response to him saying my name. He said my name in the stream.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Right. Now, with you, he alluded to you. He made it obvious. I mean, to be honest, man, I think that at this point we're beyond the "he who shall remain nameless" bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Right.
what I was saying, you know?
Right.
Say my damn name. I don't need people coming back to me, and there are people that come back to me and tell me things, and they're saying that he said this and he said that. And I know he was talking about you because I was watching your stream last night. I mean, like, don't be afraid of me. This is a Wi-Fi connection. That's my thing. You can yell and scream, you can swing all you want. You ain't gonna hit nobody. You ain't gonna bite. We should we should all, like, with me and BGS, we should have had a better, like, I would say, working relationship than that. And for me to hear that, and I mean, I do get it, man. Some people, well, if we were cool, then you would protect me from people like, they come on the panel. I was like, I mean,
He said
look,
that to you.
this is the idea that he was implying, since he's like, well, since people don't, certain people go over to that channel, I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna support that. Let me tell you something, man. I do appreciate him sending me subs, getting me his community tab, but also, like, dependency on that can cripple your audience because, like, what if you both going at the same time? Everybody going to him. So my ideal is this: I'm not actually upset with that, for real, for real. Because I'm a believer in, like, I got to build my own audience here. I should have been did that. I mean, and that's what I've been attempting to do, for the past like 4 or 5 years. So, but I don't mind that at all. I'm not entitled to your community tab. I'm not entitled to your support. If you got to come out and say it like that, then hey, fine. If it fuck you. I mean, quite
Oh,
frankly,
right.
go ahead.
So let me say this, right? And I want to say this for the audience. I feel, and this is my opinion, I don't know how you feel about it. I feel
Mm.
like you are probably one of the more agreeable niggas here, right?
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
people
that can
see
be
me,
to a
huh?
fault. That can be to a
Right,
fault.
right. Yet here you are with a BGS grievance. Now, motherfuckers like to say, Marcus, you're doing it for views, you're doing it for this, you're doing it for that.
Uh,
What was just said here by Kevin is, you know what? Homie said he ain't gonna fuck with me or promote or show up because I talk to people who he got issues with. Now we all remember, let's talk SBE.
mm,
He came, that was the turning point for motherfuckers. He came there, got bum rushed by Sexy Red and Ramil and whoever else
yeah, I
showed
remember
up.
that.
Now, mind you, again, I had no idea any of these people were coming. I swear to God, I planned to do a stream by myself, then have a few niggas come on. Yeah, SBE, she ain't blaming display, and it turned into what it turned into, and the rest is history. But then now I'm getting the side eye because what? Oh, you had niggas on there disagreeing with me, right? Now, what you just said is, yo, I appreciate him. He helped me out. He shared my channel. He gave me a boost, this and that. Who that sound like? Who been saying that?
Mm.
Who that sound like, y'all? Okay, I'll answer the shit since everybody's fucking time. Nigga, that sound like me. I've been telling motherfuckers for months, yo, man, I ain't got no beef with the motherfucker. This and that. This and that. It's just a disagreement. It's a difference of opinion. Yada yada yada. Now here you are. Whatever. I don't know what y'all difference of opinion is. I think you said that y'all had a difference of opinion on the stream. So aside from having people on your channel that came at him or whatever, which is what they told me, they came to Let's Talk SBE. Niggas was going at Ed in the chat and coming at BGS. Nigga, you a grown man. You been here longer than me. You can hold your own. You got niggas coming at you in the chat. Y'all got wrenches. Y'all got wrenches. When I say y'all, I do mean Edward Anderson and BGS. And like I said yesterday, I got no issue with Ed, but niggas might have an issue with me because I call out anything that don't sit right with me. You got a wrench on my channel. You could have handled that yourself, but instead you held me in contempt because I didn't protect you on the stream. Here you are saying the exact same fucking thing. But this is about Marcus and his thirst for clout. I have a clout. I'm clout chasing. I am chasing clout. Clout is running away, and I am running after the motherfucker. Clout, get your ass back here, Clout. I'm chasing clout. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, it always becomes some when they don't get what they want, huh?
Like, what niggas don't understand. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's your show. I mean,
but if you have a thought, I don't want to cut it off because look, I can say my thoughts anytime here, but you're here to speak. My thing is, yo, bro, like at the end of the day, the nigga is giving terms and conditions to his association with you based on whether you agree with him or not. You ain't get up here and talk shit about BGS or call him a name or none of that shit. Neither did I. This is about deference. Okay? Deference. You had him on. Some niggas went at him. What was the disagreement that y'all had, like, as far as in the conversation?
What? Between me and BGS?
Yeah, like y'all were having a conversation. There were some points that he made that you disagreed with.
The thing like, what are you talking about as it pertains to him not coming over anymore? I mean, what he does with me, he just disappears and he just does a stream on his channel and tell all of them over there. It wasn't no real disagreement between me and him per se.
You mean the guy he did that? You mean the same guy who said he don't like his name being mentioned on other channels? That guy?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. The guy who never gave you a wrench. Have you ever had a wrench on his channel?
No, not at all.
Why do you think that is? With all the association and you had an issue with AM1 over BGS. You had an issue with Ty City over BGS. And more famously, you had an issue with MOT, Coke on a license plate over BGS, right? You remember this?
Yeah, I remember all of that. Yeah, I've been shot at a lot for that.
Right, over BGS.
Yeah.
Right? You are the Beanie Siegel of the Rockefeller Records BGS shit. The nigga never gave you your Rockefeller chain, and you wonder why. Everybody else got the Rockefeller chain except for Kevin. Kevin ain't get his Rockefeller chain, right? Why do you think that is?
Maybe I didn't complete the process of becoming an acolyte. 100%. Just what do they call them? A goon or henchman or
But you shooting at niggas. You go on the wall. You the beans. You the Beanie Siegel. You went at AM1. He was talking shit. I seen you in the chats. I seen you in MOT shit. I seen you myself. I seen you going at niggas. You telling me that this nigga did a Jay-Z, he stood up in the courtroom and they asked him, would you take responsibility for Mr. Beanie Siegel if we release him? And he was like, no, Your Honor, I will not take it. I will not take responsibility. The nigga disowned you. The nigga, he let you get it. All these issues. Now, Kev, when this was going on, and this was around the time when AM1 and Super Sly had me on their channel asking me these questions. You remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
What did I warn you about? Now it's look, gloves off. What did I warn? Let's get it out there.
You was like, stop jumping on the sword for this man. Stop taking bullets for him. Stop getting in front of. Stop getting between. Stop doing all this right here. You know. I mean, and it inspired a few streams for me. Is Kev an old nigga defender? I know you remember that one. And you said, well, that's the optics.
I said this to you, not on a stream, behind the scenes. I said this to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said that these niggas are not gonna come to your aid when these other motherfuckers start shooting at you based on you going out of the way. You know how I know? Because when the Dennis shit happened, right? The whole Dennis issue, right? Mm-hmm. When Dennis was coming at the space, he wasn't coming at me. It wasn't a personal issue. What them niggas did was they strawmanned a personal issue between me and Dennis Sperling to say, well, that's y'all issue. We ain't got to help you. And y'all would be Edwin Anderson, BGS Sidmore, and the Green Gorilla. That's the y'all. That's the motherfucking y'all. Bro,
yeah, you're supposed to be tight with them.
This is 2024. I'm putting it all on the table. These niggas said, nigga, that's your issue. Ain't got shit to do with us. You on your motherfucking own. Handle that. And then go and tell me on the stream, I'm like, yo, Dennis is coming at the space. The nigga BGS says, well, you got to pick your battles. Who remembers this?
God.
He said that to me live on the stream. Don't make me pull audio. You got to pick your battles.
So making you look like the troublemaker.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to pick your battles. The nigga went at Shay Sade because she had an opinion on this, that, and the other. He can check everybody, but the nigga, that he don't really matter. He don't matter, nigga. He got more subs than you.
Wow. So that means you standing up for yourself is clout chasing.
Well, standing up for the space, because my issue with Dennis was about him saying Pearl was the queen of the manosphere. You remember this?
Oh God.
I'm leaving the manosphere. Pearl is your new.
I'm extremely opposed to that kind of notion, and I mean, like, I got sick of it when people was trolling with us too, man. She ain't no leader of mine.
Pearl is the new leader of the manosphere. I'm on a plane to Japan. I swear to God, I'm on a plane to Japan, and niggas inboxing me about Dennis. Pearl is your new king of the queen of the manosphere. I'm leaving. How many times this nigga left? Dennis Sperling has left the Black Manosphere more times than Maida Alchemist.
Sorry. Look.
This is a revolving door of motherfuckers leaving this motherfucker like, I'm leaving, I'm back, I'm leaving, I'm back, I'm leaving, I'm back, I'm leaving, I'm back. Like, motherfucker. God damn. You telling me two directly BGS associated niggas got the same issue. I'm vindicated. I'm fucking vindicated. Again, that man right there that you're looking at right over here is one of the most agreeable motherfuckers in this motherfucker. Never had a wrench, never was validated, never got the props, never got the respect. But Marcus is a dickhead ruining the black man. He's against the space. Nigga, the space is not BGS Hitmore. If y'all think that the Black Manosphere is not bigger than one person, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. This is not the 1960s. There's not this. We ain't on that MLK, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X shit no more.
Unfortunately.
But they make it about a fucking leader.
Does the space need leadership? Do you believe that it really needs leadership, or some people need to be removed or usurped from this pseudo leadership that they have?
It's impossible. Look, at the end of the day, man, it's YouTube.
Yeah, I agree.
It's YouTube. People are allowed to watch whatever content they want to watch, and the content creator is pretty much can do anything. Pretty much can do anything. Pretty much can do anything on his channel that he wants to. BGS is correct. He can run his channel how he wants to, but he runs the space. He runs the space how he runs his channel. He aims to run the space the way he runs his channel, and that's the difference. I run a channel. You run a channel.
Yeah.
BGS is purported to run the space, and his channel, right? The way he runs
Yeah.
his channel is in essence how he is to run this whole shit. He doesn't just claim his channel, he claims the whole fucking thing. He claims the whole thing. He claims that the mission of the space is XYZ, not the mission of BGS more or the master teacher responds or whatever BGS for women or none of that. He claims that the space's mission, and then blank, he writes in what the BGS more mission is.
Mm. And knowing that we don't all represent that, you know, that
And then we catch strays behind what he says because people see that they follow him. So then the space is him. And now because you're standing, and this is what AM1 said, well, I seen you with these niggas, so I assume that you was on them nigga shit.
mm,
That's quote unquote AM1.
yeah.
So if AM1, regardless of whether you think that makes sense or not, if that's the general perception of the public, right? And I told BGS long time ago, I said, yo, what you got to understand is, as someone who is directly associated, as someone of importance connected with this message, you have to separate the space and its occupants from bullshit. I said this. Disagreement Day, y'all. It's still on my channel. Disagreement Day is still there. Go look for it. Right?
Yeah.
So here we are. Now, again, I and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it was just a tad unfair that you held Maggie to feet to the fire based on what issue you had with BGS. It's almost like a kid who is not getting the respect of his father, and his brother is getting more love. So instead of going at the father, you go at the brother. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do have a tendency to get angry and then bring other people into it. You know,
that's what it comes across as, and it
Yeah.
comes across as, right, like you could have fired more bullets at him and not her, because that's the issue here. Is just like the MOTs of the world. The issue ain't her, it's him. Your issue is with him. It wasn't with her. It was with him. Right?
And let me clear this up. I don't care if Maggie's here. You know, I mean, I think I said that last night a couple times. I don't care if Maggie's here. But my issue with BGS, it just seems like that, you know, we always get, you know, us as black man content creators get pushed to the back of the bus, you know, so he can exalt this, that, and the other. And, you know, it's just not something I appreciate for someone who is a supposed figurehead of the space. I mean, you know, and I would have to say that, I guess with my history and my family's history, you know, with, you know, being from Alabama, and, you know, I have a certain issue when it comes to other groups of people coming in and speaking on our behalf. Now, as far as like white people, it being white, if you know anything about the civil rights movement, there were people who were white that helped with the civil rights movement and even died.
Right.
You know, including two white dudes and a white woman significantly. You know, so it you know, I'm not the all white people are bad, but I am pretty cautious, I would say.
Well, we should be cautious, but I'm gonna say this. A couple things I'm gonna say is number one, this is supposed to be the SYSBM space, right? Right. So there's that, right? But then there's also, if we're gonna say we want white folks to be sympathetic to our issues and our conditions, we can't be on some other shit when they actually show up and do it.
Yeah.
If we want white people, right, to look at maybe other white people and say, hey, look, maybe some of this shit that we're doing is fucked up. I see a lot of black people, especially the pro-black motherfuckers, right, talk shit about white people who intentions may be good. Now, of course, you vet motherfuckers because, you know, of course, again, motherfuckers might have intentions or whatever. But once you look and you see that the shit might make sense or whatever, you let them help. I've said this in the past. Black women ain't got no issue letting not just white people, but the black men who they have no intentions on fucking with, assist them in deflecting, derailing, and disrupting our shit. Black women don't like simps, but they'll let the simps come in here and throw shade.
And that's why I always say simps should just keep their mouths shut because they're only a means to an end, a utility, a tool. You're a way to distract from the real conversation. You know, they only serve a very narrow purpose, and they look stupid, quite frankly.
So, and I'm about to touch on something else in a minute. Revelator, what's going on? He says, these are circles and cliques. Whoever rocks with the common message in black men's interest, salute to them. The rest be damned. Salute, Kev. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. So now let's get to these niggas. Now, you know, because I ain't leaving no stone unturned. Let's now talk about these new niggas. Now, you said to me that BGS's issue was with you was who you was having on your channel. Now, again, this is coming from a guy who says he don't give a fuck. He don't tell you how to run your channel. But, you know, depending on how you run your channel, he either associates with you or he says, I can't fuck with you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, shit, we all fuck with niggas who our friends might not fuck with or associates or whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, Gigi was telling me, well, I ain't got no issue with Dennis. I fuck with Dennis. And this was early before me and Gigi had an issue. I didn't say, well, you fuck with Dennis, I can't fuck with you. I ain't say that. The double standard that I find with these dudes is you can't fuck with who don't like them, but they can fuck with whoever they want.
Nigga logic.
Right. These niggas can fuck with whoever they want. But if any of their ops is standing next to you, even to light your cigarette, now you the ops.
Sound like to me they're trying to boss up on you.
That's everybody that I just named. And what you're basically saying is there's a hierarchy here.
I mean, well, they're trying to establish a hierarchy, I would say.
No, they've established it. It exists.
Oh.
It exists. There are acolytes. What I'm saying is this also. You said that he said that, right? So basically, that would stand to mean that there's guys that were appearing on your channel that you know they appear on the regular. Shout out to, you know what, I ain't gonna say his name, but I was told that, you know what, these guys are fairly new. We talking about the Gay Bays and a few others that will pop up on your channel, in your chat, watching your shit. And then you have to question, who are these new niggas and why are they here? And it is my assumption that these niggas were showing up on your chat for access to BGS. There was no other way for them to get they want access to BGS. So they coming in there, they fucking with him. And the way I see it is these niggas don't have no allegiance to you per se, because you're a manosphere guy. Your opinion, your point of view is different from theirs. The only thing that you might share in common with some of these guys is that y'all both married. Y'all might have that in common.
Here we go.
Right?
Yeah, the married thing.
I'm not making it about that, but what I'm saying is people will use your similarity to get close to you. Black people do this all the time. Everybody that's skin folk ain't kinfolk. So we black, we should be brothers. Brother man. Hey, brother man. Soon as you hear that shit, you should be like, fuck this nigga want.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and for everybody watching. And I said this on my live stream the other night. I believe the only reason why they ever exalted, you know what, I had to be transparent with it, that I was exalted as a married man so they can use me to prove that there was no like blatant salacious animosity toward black women. Like, you know, we don't hate black women and all this other stuff. So I don't ever like being used. Period.
Who's they? Who's they? When you say they use,
you know, BGS, you know, I think Ed said it a couple times. just in various people that have hit the panel, and and I
Oh,
think
okay.
I would give the responsibility more to the bigger content creators because acolytes, they're the followers of them. They'll co-sign with whatever bullshit that they say. But the thing, yeah, this is me, Detroit 313. Yeah, but but that's the they I'm talking about. The guy who
So
tries to enforce these narratives like, oh, it ain't about really hating black women. I mean, you can have an issue with these bitches, man. I mean, I don't like you don't have to use me being married to do that. How do y'all know I don't have a few issues? I mean,
but
shit.
my thing is, if they're aiming, if that's their goal, if that's their aim, oh, we got to get a married motherfucker in here to show, oh, we don't hate women, right?
Don't use me. Please don't use me.
Well, to be honest, yeah, don't use you, but also, why is that a thing? Well, we got to prove we don't hate black women, right?
Disclaimer. Disclaimer. Everybody
This
always says it. And I mean, like,
okay,
cut the BS disclaimers. I mean, I don't think we need to say that anymore because we're gonna get them bullets fired at us anyway. Anytime you
exactly.
have a slight disagreement, philosophical or otherwise, they're gonna say, "Oh, you hate black women. You hate black women." I mean, and it's
Listen,
total BS. And stop trying to explain and prostrate yourself to stupid people.
you
Period.
you you can have all the proof, all the receipts in the world. At the end of the day, any issue that you have, no matter how valid, will be turned and contorted into some hate issue. My thing is, if this is a black male space, right, for black men who we're speaking uncut and no chaser, why is your concern how the bitches are receiving it? Again, this goes back into the whole Maggie argument of, well, we might not have a safe enough space because this white woman is here, but you are making it safe for the bitches where the niggas should be safe. The black men in this space should be free and safe to say what the fuck they want without worried about a reprisal or any of the sort from the women who decide, who choose to be here, but you give them wrenches and they time out niggas for saying shit that may offend them. That is not a safe space for black men.
No, it's not.
And this is a leader who will tell you, well, I run it the way I want to run it.
I
Cause it's
mean,
mine. It's mine, you bitch ass niggas. This shit belongs to me. It's my manosphere, nigga. It's mine. And if you don't like it, this is what he said on this video. Then go over there. Go over there. Cause this shit is mine. I own it. I make the rules here. If you don't like it, go over there. That's what
okay,
he told
so
me.
so
That's
so
yeah.
so why can't he respect us the same way? You know what I'm saying?
Because he the
How
boss. He's the Don.
the master
He's
teacher.
the Don. He got the two lightsabers like what's his name? Count Dooku and shit. Nigga, I'm up on my Star Wars, nigga. Like, I'm just saying, like, yo, bro, you say this shit and you the problem. Why can't no like, yo, it's certain dudes. Shout out to my man. I ain't gonna say your name, but I know you're here. It's like, yo, why are motherfuckers? And it's like, yo, I know niggas agree with me, but they tiptoe and they walk on eggshells because they don't want to offend this man. And at the same time, we and the space looks crazy in the process. We look
Yeah,
crazy
I
in the process.
I offended this man and I didn't even know it. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, and I mean, like, I was quite shocked because, see, the thing is, I had always been a soldier, soldier for this space. I've always defended this space. Whenever somebody start wham about the black manosphere, I'm usually one of the first ones to try to push back against that. But and I did it in an integrity sense that even if people don't say, hey, Kev, good job, I walk away feeling good about it. But at the same time, when shit like that happens, and you got people like that you treated totally with all the respect in the world, then I gotta go back to the drawing board. Like, that's just what it is. I gotta go back to the drawing board, and then I gotta, you know, reevaluate how I think about things. And I don't like feeling like a fool at all. I don't like feeling like that I've been made into a fool. Period. That's for all of you in that chat. in this black manosphere, if you're a black manosphere hater, that's even for you, Marcus. Don't try. No one should try to make a fool out of you. You know, I mean,
Right.
and
Now
I'm
I
sure you
feel you.
understand that. You won't want me
I
trying to make a fool out of you, treat you like
no,
some kind of jackass. I mean,
listen, I'm not here to make a fool out of nobody, right?
mhm,
That's never
yeah,
been my style unless niggas shoot. If niggas shoot at me, I shoot back, just period, right?
mhm,
Um, me and you have had our differences in points of view, but you never shot at me. Like a disagreement is not a shot. A
yeah,
difference of point of view is not a shot. You're a married guy, I'm a single guy. You have your thoughts about marriage. I have my thoughts about marriage, and we both have our thoughts about being single. And
mm.
it is what it is. And that's not necessarily something that we should beef over.
It's not a deal
It-
breaker. You know, yeah,
right. So, but yeah, but again, for some people, it is like you got people who they can't be totally wrong, they can't be disagreed with, especially not in public, and they can't be made to look incorrect or proven wrong in front of people. If a motherfucker says, well, 90% of the time I'm right, it means 10% of the time you're wrong. And that 10% will get addressed when it happens, right? That 10% will get examined when it happens. It's almost as if, well, I'm 90% correct, and the 10% y'all just ignore and pretend that it didn't happen. It doesn't exist, right?
mm,
But back to these niggas that I'm talking about, right?
yeah,
What I'm saying is at the end of the day, man, it's just like here with me over here. I would say that you should be mindful, not of just, the mysterious white people or white women or whatever,
mm,
but definitely the obvious black female agents and black male agents in this space because they're here.
yeah,
And what we should not do is if we expect any of this shit to be effective, empower these people, making them moderators and power people of our channels and shit like that. That is contrary to what we're here for.
yeah.
It's
Uh,
contrary to what we're here for. If somebody appear, I can see if somebody appears to be helpful and then we find out they full of shit later, right? That'd
yeah,
be one
yeah.
thing.
Couple people like that. Yeah.
But there
Mhm.
are people that every time they appear, they're a problem. Every time. I've been gone for a few months and motherfuckers are inboxing me names of people who are always a problem. And they're telling me that these people are silencing, right? Silencing black men in a black male space.
Mm.
And when I mention it, I'm the issue. I'm the issue.
What is wrong with
Because
confronting an issue? I don't understand that about this space in particular. What is wrong with confronting an issue?
niggas want to make the black manosphere bitch friendly.
Yeah.
Niggas
Shout
want
out
to make the black manosphere bitch friendly. This is coming from the management.
the higher ups. But
I remember
it,
a memo going around. Hey, look, there would be reprimands and repercussions to motherfuckers who go against the new politic. The new politic is to make this shit bitch friendly. So, because it has to expand, it has to grow. So the only way for this shit to expand and grow, for the message to get out there, is to turn this shit into what Anton Daniels does.
oh man, no,
That's the
that ain't
panel shit, right?
that ain't the best idea. But shout out to Aaron P, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for the support.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. My thing is, yo, we got women here, not only in our chats, but women who make content and they are in line and conducive and they ride with the message. Uh Adrian, I'm gonna bring you up in a second. Um, they are connected to the message. Those women are allowed to rock.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I've been telling people because we talk about tools, right? I've
Yeah.
been telling people from the beginning, if you got women who, right, because people are listening to women,
Mm,
women who
yeah.
are putting out our message to more people, because that was the whole Pearl argument. She's a white woman. She can get our message out there. That bitch ain't talk about nothing but dating. But if you got women who can really communicate our issues, black male issues, and reach people that we can't reach, then yeah, we support them. We back them.
Yeah. I don't turn away sincerity. You know, no, none of you should. But after what you just got through saying, man, I mean, this is for most of you, including content creators. Like at times, y'all don't expect. You know, you got to become a one man army in this bitch. You know, because I mean, like I even bring up last week, you know, all that stuff, you know, that happened, and you know, maybe I should consider that, you know, maybe he was talking about more so how I do things, but you know, I wouldn't mention anybody's family, but you know, of course, nobody go, you know, people don't go by the same rules, and you know, that thing you were saying earlier, you know, don't swing at the wrong people. So, I mean, so I got you on that, but I mean, the whole thing is this: you know, black men for me should be at the forefront. And you're right. My issue wasn't so much with Maggie as it was with BGS, but I did say last night, you know, just so I can stay consistent, that you know she can help some of y'all, but there's nothing like really she can help me with. And you know, if my content is if her content isn't for people like me, that's fine. That is totally fine. I mean, but you know, it is not fair to shoot at someone when you're mad at someone else. And you know, I kind of did that with several folks. Like, and
Yeah,
I
because you kind of did like a Maggie expose, and I another thing that I want to say before I forget to is, if we're gonna do that with Maggie, then where are the exposés for other people? Like we haven't like we did the whole Pearl shit, right?
yeah,
Motherfuckers came at our necks and told us we had our feelings and all this other crazy shit, right?
yeah,
But there has been no equal expose for some of the obvious problematic black women that float around this motherfucker, and some of the obvious problematic black men. Because just because you're a black man in the black male space, don't mean that you belong here, that you're conducive to the, that you're here for the goal. And motherfuckers will pretend, right? They will pretend to be concerned about black men in this
hmm
space. The women and some of these guys, where they'll ask you, well, how do you know who she is? And is she here to help? And this and that. Well, what are you doing? The guys who are asking the questions, what are you doing? What is your resume, your credentials to say that you're being helpful to the point where you can question someone else, right?
yeah.
When it's obvious that you're here to disrupt, right? So I got my man Adrian here.
Hey,
Now,
what's up?
what's up, A? I don't
What's
I
up?
don't like
So do you
Adrian.
need me to step down? Do you need me to
No,
step
no, no,
down?
no, no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Okay. Cool.
So there's over 100 people in here, and there's people that's gonna watch this later. Adrian is the mysterious black man who brought Maggie here.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the man who brought Maggie here. That's him right here,
Okay. You know, some people out there going, so it's you.
right?
But,
That'd
So,
be all right.
right. So Adrian brought Maggie here. He said it on BGS's shit. He said it, I think it was yesterday on your channel, right? And I want him to say it here again. I wanted him to say it enough times in enough places so that we could take the BGS stink off of Maggie, right? Sorry, I gotta say it that way. Okay. But to take that shit off of her so that she's not walking around and people are believing that she's some manifestation of BGS and then associating her with Pearl Davis, because it hurts her more, and by proxy hurts us, because then we don't get the benefit from whatever she might be able to tell us. Before you go, Adrian, I want to address this super chat. He said, May, Gay Bay, Tar City, those are obvious anti-black manosphere.
uh,
Yep.
I'll get, yeah. Well, Tar City says what he's. I'll speak about Tar later. right?
Well,
I
I don't
speak
know
about
Thai City. I'm looking on
I
that
do.
too.
I would slightly disagree with Thai City. I mean, the other two,
Right.
according
I
to their
wouldn't.
optics, I mean,
Right.
yeah, but Thai City is just a guy that's disappointed. I would say,
Ty City has a different point of view in the
yeah,
approach, right? Ty
yeah,
City is the person who coined the phrase SBE, a concept that in its core I agree with. I said this, that's why I did the stream. I agree that women do not care about all the shit that we're telling them that their behavior is causing. They know it and they don't care. And I agree with that sentiment. So shaming, blaming, and explaining to women is ineffective. It does not work. It is a waste of time. Now, if you want to do it for entertainment, that's cool. I say shame bitches for entertainment. That's my SBE, right? But he is correct. So I wouldn't say he's anti-black manosphere. He's anti-SBE. Now, once SBE gets into its erroneous definitions and context, that's where I get off the bus. But in its core, at its core, I agree with it as a term coined by him. So I ain't got issues with Ty. Me and him are cool. We don't agree on everything, just like others. Everybody don't agree with me, but that's not a reason to be beefing with niggas. So I want Adrian to start from the beginning and explain how to people who are confused about this whole BGS. And I want to, Adrian, go off, say whatever you like, man. Go ahead. Thank you for the super chat, Revelator.
Well, really, this started probably over 2 years ago. Maggie's been, you know, intaking some of the information from the space, just learning again, because, in her capacity, at a crisis center, she's dealing with a lot of us who are unhoused, who are homeless, and trying to understand, what the history is there, because you can be an ally, and a lot of white people call themselves allies, but don't really understand, any of the inner workings um, of being black in America. So what are you
Right.
going to do? You're going to keep on going off of your own opinions and your own uh, thoughts and philosophies, or are you going to go somewhere and learn? And where's the best place to learn? Well, from the people themselves. So she was silent in the background for over 2 years.
Hmm. She just
This
watching.
just watch it, and learning and understanding, and coming to a greater understanding for herself, and bringing about some changes in the way that she thought about um, uh, about the whole idea of being black in America, especially being black then, seeing as how we're largely overlooked in the society. This whole idea of an email where she approached BGS to ask for permission, that didn't happen. Okay, he was having a stream talking about Young, and according to what she knows about Young, because she studied on the topic, she sent him an email, and they got into a debate because she felt that he was wrong on some things.
Right.
She didn't go in a disrespectful manner, in public onto the chat or anything like that. She
Right.
talked in the email. And he had dismissed her as a white feminist at that time, just kind of just out of pocket.
So hold on. Before we move on, I wanna shed light on what you just said. So in their initial interaction, he dismissed her
Yeah,
as a white feminist.
yeah.
This is the woman that I co-sign, and now you riding the wave. And that period of time that they had this conversation, he was still endorsing Pearl, correct? But he
I mean, Pearl
dismissed.
was still around. I don't know. I think that all that shit was just starting to fall down around the Space's
Okay,
ears at that point. So
right,
I can't
right.
remember the exact timeline where Pearl is concerned.
But someone with an education in the shit he was talking about, because BGS is not an academic. Let's stop approaching it with that energy, right? But he's surrounded by academics who he prizes them. He said, I got to protect my PhDs, right? So someone who has an academic knowledge of the shit he's talking about is calling him to tell him, no, it's not what you said, it's this. And instead of saying, oh, thank you for this information that you have given me, I appreciate it, he dismissed this woman as a white feminist. That was his initial interaction with this woman who he's now riding her into the sunset. Right?
I detect the lies.
So continue. I just wanted to put that in bold red ink. Go ahead.
So, again, my thought process was, when we're talking about things like Young, and I think even at that time, there was some other Black female therapists. Everybody talks about the TikTok therapists and shit like that. Our crazy ass. And everybody's using these terms. Do the work.
Right.
Other bullshit terms that are weaponized against Black men. Okay, so what are these terms? What do they mean? So why not have a therapist, who's well versed in what these terms mean to just explain them? That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And one of the discussions that we had, before she even started to have any interaction in people's chats, etc., or even on her own page, was that, and I told BGS this in his live stream, that she should show deference to the space. And this is where Black men get to talk, period. So if you'll notice the way that she moves around the space, she comes into a chat, she says hello, and she keeps it pushing. And then other than that, she's talking about what she's talking about over on her channel. As she calls it, it's a little bit woo-woo because it gets kind of way out there, but that's the shit she wants to talk about. And outside of the one video that you brought up yesterday, making the case for Black masculinity, that wasn't necessarily a Black manosphere video, other than the fact that it says Black. A lot of people talk about Black people.
Right.
But her aim was to bring it, with facts and data, which is something that we don't often get. And it was very complimentary, at least in supporting Black men. So I'll stop there and we can continue the conversation.
Yet I feel like, you got a chick saying, death to all the Black male births. And you got people in this space that'll say, let her talk. Let her say what she has the right to say, right? We talk about Cynthia G. Right?
Right.
That's cool. But niggas are so backwards to me. And when I say shit like this is why we lose, and you try to blame me, you'll say that this person, this Black woman, has the right to say what she has to say, even if it is a call to action to minimize your numbers on this fucking planet, right? No matter how effective that that ideology might be, this is her speech to women, right? And I recently posted on my community tab another female echoing the Cynthia G rhetoric. That's cool. We allow for that. She has a right to say that because it's cancelization if she can't. But
Sorry.
But no, it's all good. But we need to question this white woman speaking about Black masculinity, because even though she's saying things and she's giving us facts that we can use to arm ourselves against the bullshit that's being thrown at us, right? An academic, someone who went to school and has learned this shit. We can use this information in the same manner that we use shit that BGS might say, in the same manner that we use, the information that Dr. T might give us. We can use the information that Maggie. Nobody, was trying to sign niggas up to be treated by Maggie, go to her
Nope.
practice or anything like that. None of that happened.
Nope.
So you let niggas like Gababe and others say like, oh, well, you know, we should be careful who we let treat niggas like she advertised a service, right? You know, a psychiatric or psychological service to black men. No, that's what she does for the black men that Gababe say don't matter because they're homeless niggas, so they're not black outside of their homelessness. The only problem that they have or issue that could be addressed is the fact that they don't live in a fucking dwelling, right? They don't have a black experience that can be spoken to or that they can speak about to her, someone who studied about it, right? That don't matter. So, Adrian, I brought you here to further talk about you know, her association with, you know, I can't say the president of the Manosphere because that name's taken.
I mean, there really isn't one. You know, she gets on and she does her content. You know, again, you know, she listens to a lot of content creators within the space because she finds what they're talking about either thought provoking or entertaining.
This
Yeah,
is
nothing wrong.
Right. This is a woman who is in the chat. This is a woman who subscribed to the channels. This is a woman who you could bring on the panel. Pearl Davis has never done none of this shit. Yet she was touted as, you know, the great white hope and shit, right? No education to speak of that's relevant. No actions to speak of that's relevant, meaning actions, meaning she ain't go to Congress. She didn't do anything political or legal. She didn't speak to any particular black male issue. Never. It's never happened. She was talking about dating. She's talking about the shit that Fresh and Fit talks about. She's talking about the shit that, you know, Kevin Samuels was talking about, because that's where she got her shit from. That shit was about, you know, dating dynamics. If niggas think that that is what the Manosphere is here for, body count and hitting the wall and shit, that was her whole thing. So how do you take that to get laws passed? How is that helpful to the black male experience? So now you return with this person and you say, well, now I'm connected to this person. It's the same way how you say there was no Manosphere before 2.0 and the motherfuckers is still alive from 1.0. You saying that you brought this person here and here, lo and behold, here's the guy right here who did that. Some real manifest destiny type shit, if you ask me, right? The man who brought Maggie here is here. Like he can talk and hear you say, it was me. I did this. Let's talk. Revelator says, we'll get paranoid when a white woman who seems genuine comes around, but we'll have no problem supporting a dysfunctional black woman's right to spew anti-black male hatred. Which is why me and Gigi fell out and niggas was like, it's you, Marcus. You're the problem.
And let me speak a little bit to what Revelator's saying right here, because,
yes,
you know, Maggie would tell me, you know, hey, these men are right to give me the side eye. Look at the history of black men in America and the juxtaposition of white women to black men in America. So she understands the heat.
Right.
What she doesn't understand is that since she shows so much deference to the space, and at this point there's been somewhere close to 15 hours of content by other niggas talking about her, and she hasn't ever said boo to no one in this space. Great. You know, and hasn't been disrespectful to anyone in this space, hasn't shot first at anyone in this space. Why there's so much heat for her? And the question that I have for the space is, how would the space react if a woman who's white, like Maggie, acted the same way that May currently acts? How would we react then?
Ooh.
Right.
And if it's not okay for Maggie, then why in the fuck is it okay for Meg?
It shouldn't be.
I mean, here's a person who's actively putting a battery in the back of niggas and sending them on this witch hunt for somebody who ain't ever said nothing about anybody. Now, I mean, I think that most of us grew up in the same circumstances, but I mean, how would we react to somebody who's going at somebody who ain't said nothing about you? I mean, that's some real weird shit to me.
Hey, Adrian, let me ask you something. Did you feel like I was doing? Did you feel like I was doing that last night?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the name of your channel is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, so we gonna be that. I'm gonna be respectful.
I mean,
okay.
No, I get it.
But to me, a system is what it does. If we spend 4 hours on your channel, 4 hours, 8 hours on some weird bird nigga channel, talking about somebody who ain't ever addressed anybody or said anything weird, when the obvious, I mean, it's painfully obvious that the problem for everybody who's shooting at Maggie is not Maggie, because she ain't said shit to no one.
Well,
it's BGS.
Let me make it clear. What last night was a reaction show, and
I hear you. I understand.
Yeah, and when someone says they're making a case for black masculinity, I just wanted to give my point of view on that. I had never watched that video before, so for her to come in like that, and that's something that impacts the three of us on this panel and everybody down there in that chat. So I just gave.
But what did she? Okay, so let's talk about the video then. What did she say in the video? Do you feel that she was coming at black men in a negative way, or was she bringing facts and statistics?
No, not at all. I mean, no, the second, facts and statistics, of course.
So I don't, as Marcus has said the other day, I don't care who the truth comes from, as long as it's the truth.
I can see that.
We in this space are saying, well, why don't we have a black male therapist? But then we can go over to Dr. Tiason Johnson's channel, and he's talking about how the bar for therapy, and especially black therapy, is bell hooks. So now you got a bunch of niggas running around here spitting shit from bell hooks, and you've seen them on TikTok sounding just as sassy and bullshit as the chicks. But he's black, right? So that should be a quality. He's black and he has a penis, so that should be a qualifier. Not what he's saying. And at this point, this woman has said nothing to anyone.
So y'all feel like I'm giving off this pro-black vibe or something like that? Because I have done
little bit,
plenty of times have had my issues with how we move as black people in this society. And
hold your thoughts real quick. I just want to read Revelator's because it's been on the screen for a minute. And he said, but man gave half, and I think he's addressing, what Adrian is saying about who has said what, who has been a problem. And it's like, if you address real quick, and I want y'all to continue, if you address people on not addressing the problem, then you're ops. But if these people, you got somebody who comes in and tries to help, and we swoop down on them. Where's all of these examinations for the problem people? The people who are obviously here to kick up shit. But go ahead, A.
Nah, I've given myself an opportunity to kind of take a breath and think about it. That's what it is. I mean, if you're asking me that, do I feel like it was a bit of a hit piece, Kev? Yeah, because again, for me, I'm not shooting at nobody that's not shooting at me. And when I came in and I first addressed you last night, I said it. Okay, so there's two problems here, and neither of them have anything to do with Maggie. It has to do with you feeling slighted by BGS, and you're right to feel that way. If you feel like you took a lot of arrows for that dude and he didn't give you what you should.
Right.
But none of those things have anything to do with Maggie.
Right.
Zero.
Okay. I mean, I see your point there. I see both of you guys' point there. So, you know, the anger toward one content creator shouldn't mean that I should target another one. But
Well,
my intention was a reaction, but it turned into that.
well, it devolves into that because we got obvious people who, projection isn't their strong suit. They're calling everybody else agents, but you can see them in real time down in the chat trying to twist and turn the conversation into, well, maybe we should be listening to this black man, or why do black men have to do? Why can't they do that? Why is it your concern? You got some weird ass lady in there talking bullshit on the space and trying to manipulate the space into the way that she wants it to be. And my question again is, isn't that how we got here in the first fucking place?
Right.
Is black men don't have autonomy. As soon as the black woman say that she wants something done, niggas start peacocking and get a battery in their back and start showing out for her approval. Fuck that.
All it took was for a black woman to come in here and say, well, who this white woman? And then everybody starts looking, and then everybody hops on that shit.
Well,
And
I'm going to tell you guys one thing. That was not the reason why I said any of it.
I understand that. Your issue was that issue that you went into. But what I'm saying is your issue kind of ran into what their agenda was, right? At the end of the day, these motherfuckers, the true agents that are the agents in black skin, because that's how your agent shows up. Your agent will come and look like you. I ain't the most biblical nigga in the world, but I'm of the belief that if Moses was a real motherfucker, that motherfucker had to look like Egyptians. Because if a white baby showed up, it'd be like, hey, what the fuck is this? This ain't my grandson. That's what the Pharaoh would have said, right? The motherfucker who will infiltrate is not gonna be obvious unless you just suck as a spy, right? We don't know the names and the real intentions of these people who are telling us who we should question, who we should listen to. But on any other day, they throwing salt in the game. They shooting at people, right? And motherfuckers are just bringing them on. Look, if motherfuckers are using certain females and certain dudes is the drama person on your stream for entertainment and for views, because that shit, drives views. I ain't mad at that. But let's not take these motherfuckers seriously. I listen to that stream, man, and I'm hearing everybody going back and forth with Gabe, Bobby, right? I'm hearing everybody going back and forth. And this nigga's talking over everybody. That nigga Mike would have got muted. And that's when he gets upset. When he can't talk over everybody. Oh, this ain't fair. I'm supposed to be able to steamroll over everybody. Niggas have to be able to understand who's on their side and who ain't. And that shit ain't about who's black. Black ain't the qualifier. You could be the black ass ops. You could be the bitch ass ops. Black ain't the only qualifier. And when these chicks show up, that's when your antennas should go up. The first person that should have your antennas going up is black women. Because that's why we're here in the first place. The black manosphere ain't here to talk about white women. The first person that shows up to the conversation that you should be giving the side eye is Keisha. She qualifies immediately for side eye. Said Revelator says, Kev, we're just trying to consider what we're saying, but in the end, it's your channel. You have to make that call. That's facts. That's facts. But at the same time, you also got to be careful of who's converging on your space, on your platform, and using your platform as a springboard to attack either other content creators or people who could be helpful.
Well, I used to have a policy: don't talk about them unless they're here. So I have to reenact that policy. I mean, I mean, it's not not just for optics, but to moderate and have some type of control over my platform. It's not like I'm conceding the way I run things. It's just that I understand that I have to sort of modify a little bit in order to not make myself ultimately look bad, because it's just I keep running into this shit in this space, man. And my thing is I do pride myself on looking a certain way when I come here. So, I mean, if there's somebody that is purposely being disruptive and trying to get to people through me, then it's just no, that shouldn't happen. And I
So,
mean, there's people I'm cool with that's being affected by this.
well, sometimes things might have to be addressed, and the person that is being addressed might not always be available. So I don't know if that's necessarily uh the policy to run with. I mean, you can run with whatever policy you want. Again, it's your channel. Like BGS's channel is his channel, right? But you
Yeah,
ain't trying to
absolutely.
control it. You ain't trying to man the ship from your channel. And
Yeah.
that's the difference between you and BGS. But what I would ultimately say is just question the intentions of the person that's on your shit. When motherfuckers come here, niggas know, like, yo, bro, you want to come here, you want to say something. Like Gababe was here with my man Tice. They went back and forth. Babe wanted to go first. He went first, and it was Tice's turn to talk. Now, if I don't let Tice talk, then Tice is at a disadvantage. If I don't let Gabe run over him, then Gabe and everybody, who's a Gabe dick rider, will call foul on me because they want their man to win. I don't give a fuck. I run my ship, my little TIE fighter. I fly that shit the way I want to, but I don't profess to run the Death Star. I don't. I like that's not who I am. I run this shit how I run this shit. And people either fuck with it or don't. But at the end of the day, right? Your intentions, if you got a point, make your point. And yo, bro, like old boy was on your shit, he was being a little disrespectful. And don't get it twisted. I've had dudes come here and try to steamroll and on both sides. I've had BGS do it. I've had motherfucking Gabe do it. I've had AM1 do it. It's a lot of motherfuckers that came here and tried to steamroll and make their point the prevailing point because they don't want to really debate. They just want to win and look good. But I ask niggas all the time, so what is your intention? What is your point? Because yo, if you here to derail these discussions, right? Then you can't tell me who I should follow, who I should listen to, because your intentions are bad. So you don't get to tell me that you the ops telling me about the other ops. Yeah, I'm the ops, but watch out for the other ops because he more ops than my ops. The fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here. You know, that's all I'm saying, man. We're gonna begin to wrap this up. Because I think that we've covered most of the shit that needed to be covered. But what I will say before, one thing is important is it's one thing to worry about somebody's intention. It's another thing when they make that shit blatantly known, right? So you act on what's blatantly known. Love can be fake, but the hate is always real. And motherfuckers that are blatantly showing you their hate should be dealt with immediately. Now, if you want to investigate the love, that's fine. And I want it to be said, and I'll clip it for anybody that want to say I said some other shit. If you want to vet women or anybody else in this space, feel free to do so. But don't give the obvious ops a pass while you do it. That's it. Because that shit don't make sense. It don't make sense. Man ain't about to come give nobody no dick rubs in this motherfucker. So you don't gotta bow down to her. Or Jess or anybody else. She ain't about to make your channel get 1 million views because you argue with her. None of these women. So if it's content strategy, your strategy ain't working. That's it. So I don't know if you guys got anything y'all want to say before we jet up out of here, man. And let me make sure I ain't miss no super chats. Go ahead, bro. Is there anything you want to make sure you get it all on here, man?
Well, I just want to make sure everyone understands that, yes, my intention is good, and yes, my intention was to give black men a place to speak, but I even told you this earlier. I have to really do some soul searching, some reevaluation, and think about all these things because when I look at it, when I look back at it, especially I watch some of my replays, there is a level of disruption that is going on intentionally. And it is making, it's been made people look at me a certain way. So I'm not saying that, I bend the knee or I throw in the towel. Just try to, you know, God, trust me a little bit, just and know that I'm working towards solving the problem. It's not something that is it's not something that's going to be an overnight thing. I could quickly do it, but at the same time, I'm tired of others being affected every time, I get pissed off or, I want to show people that, hey, this is my shit. I can run it like this and all this other stuff. If people are purposely trying to be disruptive, they are really working against the intent that I had coming to the space and, having a YouTube channel and these live streams. So, for the people who fuck with me, thank you for that. But, I want you guys to continue to fuck with me because, I really do put my pride in my integrity, with people. I am agreeable for a reason, and I don't want people to feel unwelcome, but at the same time, yeah, it's got to tighten the reins a little bit. So, you gentlemen both have said, and the guys in the chat have said lots of things that's made sense. So, I appreciate you having me up here, man.
Most
Seriously.
def.
Thanks for welcoming me.
Before we go and before we get I just want to go through these to make sure I got all of them. Yeah, on one accord. Yeah, nah, I don't think so. We already know who two of these agents are. They ain't really agents. They are the Idris Elbas in the Czechoslovakia context. We know who some of these motherfuckers are.
Sister George Crew. So just,
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, circles and clicks, and this is why I feel like the manosphere, the black manosphere, I should say, black manosphere. Let me be specific. Shout out to Roger Report. He wants motherfuckers to be very specific, and I agree with him. In the black manosphere space, yeah, we got crews and circles and cliques, and each one of these people have, the person that they revere, and if that person is not aligned with the core message, then the motherfuckers are gonna continue to follow that person in whatever version or denomination of black manosphere that they on. Let me see. Let me just go through all of these. And there's one more thing I want to say before we go, because I know, I just want to make sure that this doesn't become something else. He said, "Old nigga Kev tax, you crazy, Andre." All right, number 16. He said, "Keep it 100. You say you run your channel as you please, so why can't Kev run his as he pleases? It seems there are things that you don't like the channel." Nah, Kev is right here. Kev, are you receiving it this way that I'm telling you?
I mean, me and you have a mutual respect for each other. I mean, if I have an issue with something that you do, of course I would tell you, and you you having, just some safe, you're giving me safe advice. So I see it as safe advice. I don't have to take any of it into
Right.
consideration, but I
Absolutely.
mean, but Marcus does have the right to speak as he speaks. So I mean, and like I said, when I do look at my replays, sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, what is niggas intention for actually coming there. And I even addressed somebody the other night saying that they were here to troll a particular somebody. I'm like, look, I would much rather you come here for me than for that. But do what you want. Thank you
Right.
for the support of the channel. So I
Yeah.
mean, no, I didn't take it that way.
Me saying what I'm saying to Kevin has more to do with number one, my opinion on the conversation, which a lot of times occurs without the person on the panel, right? Number two, um, my concern as to people using his platform to attack other people and the space in general. If I can't say that to him, then what the fuck? Right now, if he can say, yeah, Marcus, but that's what I want to do, this is what I want to do, yada yada yada, and okay, cool. I ain't
Hey,
about to fire off at the nigga, but at the end of the
let
day,
me let me clarify something real quick.
uh-huh.
My channel's name is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. I'm brutally honest with things. I mean, even though people say I'm agreeable. So why is it that I wouldn't allow anybody to be brutally honest with me? Yeah, they're allowed
Right.
to. I'm the person that dishes it out, but I'm also a person that can take it. Many people in this space aren't like that. And that's what brings us to these places that have in the nature of a lot of these discussions. So I can't be a hypocrite in that. I want you guys to understand.
Yeah, well, same thing with keep it 100. Keep it 100 keeps it 100. And motherfuckers, I want niggas to keep it 100 with me. So number 16, I appreciate the question. I appreciate the super chat. And that's pretty much the answer to that. Now, Adrian, before I give my final word, because what I got to say is gonna be some shit. Is there anything that we haven't covered? Let me see who's above number 16. What kosher and salty are black male clinicians for the record. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. We appreciate that. Just want to make sure I don't forget any of these super chats, because sometimes I do and I see it and I'll be like, damn, this motherfucker paid money to have this shit read. Adrian,
Yeah.
yeah, is there anything that you haven't covered?
No, I think that we've said pretty much everything that needs to be said, between the three of us.
All right, so I'm gonna
Just
say
thinking about I'm sorry, Marcus, just thinking
no,
about
no, no.
the history of us as black men. We've never had an opportunity to speak to one another, right? Throughout the amount of time that we've been here, in this hemisphere. And it's for good reason. It's because us talking to each other and trying to get on the same page with one another is dangerous. Right. And it's just been interesting over time who the gatekeepers were. Either it was the man on the plantation, the lady you laying down with, or the masse's wife, right? And we got all three of those things at play with us right now. And now that we have a space to be able to speak, we're trying to get all this shit off of our chest all at the same time, and it's going to be ugly. It ain't going to come out right. We're going to do some weird shit.
Right.
I just my only thing is let's just shoot at the people who's shooting at us.
Right.
And listen, if there's a problematic Negro in the space, if this space is about collectivism, then there ain't no head nigga of the space. It's just the space, and the space dictates the code, and the space dictates how we move. And if a nigga need to get dropped off on the corner, well then that's that nigga's problem. You know, and I don't need to browbeat my man Kev. We can just talk about it. We can air whatever the differences are, and we can keep it moving. That's it. I got
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
for the man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I don't take anything personal that you say. I mean, I'm not gonna go away from it beefing. Like, fuck that nigga Adrian.
No,
No, that it ain't gonna
yeah,
be
no.
that, bro.
Now, one more thing, a couple things. And I see Shaka's comment. He says, black men. This isn't the first time black men have been able to speak. This is the thing, right? Because I've heard this sentiment you know, even from Free Zone. Black men have always been able to speak. And then he starts naming people like Martin Luther King that got shot for speaking, or Medgar Evers that got shot for speaking, or, you know, a bunch of other black men that got shot for speaking, right? I mean, how about this? We can talk without thinking we gonna die, right? You know, or other things might happen to us. This is a time where, yeah, we can speak freely, free from repercussion. No, we've been able to speak. If you're gonna say we've always been able to speak, then that's like saying slavery was a choice, right? So you could talk, we shoot your ass, but you got the choice to speak, right? But one more thing I want to say, if you guys are done, I want to say this.
Yeah.
I would love for someone to come at me, and I know somebody's gonna do it just because I'm saying this, and try to paint this stream as some sort of we caping for the white woman shit, right? Especially motherfuckers who coon and all they fucking shit. I did. Don't play that pro-black shit today because we're speaking about, you know, what a white woman can do for the space when every other day you jerking pink dick. And the niggas who I'm talking to know that I'm talking to them. I dare you try to come at a nigga with that bullshit when every other day you cooning, nigga. Don't come at me with your Umar Johnson caping for the white woman shit when you're caping for white men every other day. These niggas go from pro-black to Sambo in a fucking heartbeat. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to put that out there. If somebody has something valuable to offer, we letting them in. And these are the same motherfuckers who are strag friendly. Strag fucking friendly. We know who we're talking about here. These are the same motherfuckers who the strags have wrenches on their channel. And I'm not talking about a BGS right now. I just want to make that clear. I'm not speaking about the old man. Okay? We know that the strags get play over where you at, bro. We know they got wrenches. We know they're welcome with their anti-black male rhetoric. You know why? Because you're anti-black male too. Because you don't see us as one of you. Being very vague when I'm speaking of, but the motherfuckers who I'm talking about know that I'm talking about them. Oh yeah. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, motherfucker. So I dare you try to take that angle. Cause you the housest of house niggas. Anyway, now that I done said that, because I know that would be a spin. Now that I've covered that ground, yo, we out of here. Yo, Kev, I appreciate you for coming through. Right? Adrian, I appreciate you for coming through.
Anytime.
Right. And again, I plan to speak to Maggie myself on the stream, especially now that you've addressed some of this stuff. You know, and you know, I'm sure she'll be as respectful as I will be to her, right? But at the end of the day, man, info is what she's here for. She's not here to rescue, save niggas, save the black boys, teach them to read. None of this stupid shit that somebody else might have promised you a white woman will come and do. She's here to give you her informed opinion, her informed point of view on shit. Take it or fucking leave it. That's it. That's it, yo. That's really the fuck it. Anyway, appreciate it. You got 2 streams in a week, nigga. You knew it was an issue. We out of here. 100 motherfuckers. Peace out.
Peace.
If I can find the end stream button. That's it. We out of here. We off the air. Oh, can y'all hear you? I can't hear you.
I
Can't
said,
hear you.
we're
Okay,
off
now
the
I
air.
can
The
hear you.
camera's still going.
Yeah, nah, my camera's on. Nah, we're off the air. You know how stream y'all works, man. We behind the scenes, man.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, you know where I stand with this shit, man. At the end of the day, man, like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
like,
we're still on the air, Marcus.
are we still on the air?
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm looking at it on my cell phone. We're still on the air. Is it